Good evening, cricket fans, and welcome back to the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium for yet another game of the Seven Districts presents Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode. It's time for match number 11 between high-flying Team Sharjah taking on Emirates Blues, who came off a victory in their previous encounter. So should be a very intriguing affair indeed. No time to lose. Samir Yunus on the sidelines with the all-important toss.
The matches keep coming thick and fast here at the 7 District presents Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode. The lights are lit. Sharjah Stadium all set to host yet another encounter. It's Sharjah taking on Emirates Blues this time. I've got the two skippers alongside me, Khalid Shah for Sharjah and of course Nasir Faraz for the Emirates Blues and Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee, watching over the proceedings. It's going to be Khalid to flip the coin. Head is the call. There it is, Khalid. Won the toss. Tell us also what you want to do.
So I'm gonna bat first.
Tell me the reason.
Well, to be very honest, looks a balanced side and giving opportunity to new youngsters, new batters. So don't want to put them under pressure straight away. So batting first, let them play their natural game. One of them is an under 14 kid. So I just want them to get that freedom in the batting while not chasing and not thinking anything about the chase. That's the reason why I'm batting first.
Fantastic to know that you're giving opportunities to youngsters. Well, you know this wicket more than anyone else, I'm sure. 3 games, 3 wins. What's been the secret?
Well, it's a simple formula. We have to play the 10 overs. We know our batters very well. We know our bowlers. We know who to bowl when. So that's the X factor. Because when you know your players well, that it becomes easier for you to win the game. So that's a simple mantra here.
Well, all the best. Go well.
Thank you. Thank you.
नासिर टॉस तो हार गए लेकिन इरादा क्या था जीते तो
हमारा बैटिंग करने का इरादा था
वैसे बॉलिंग करने वाले हो अच्छा विन रहा फुजेरा जैसी स्ट्रॉन्ग साइड के खिलाफ मोमेंटम कैरी करना है उसमें क्या ऐसी चीज़ें आपने सीखी कि आपको और भी सही करनी है
बॉलर्स को क्रेडिट जाता है जिन्होंने बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग की है डेथ बॉलिंग भी अच्छी की है और हमारा चलो बॉलिंग हमारे लिए अभी बेहतर भी हो सकता है ड्यू फैक्टर भी हो बाद में तो विकेट थोड़ा और बेहतर होगा तो चेज़ हमारे लिए बेहतर है
ठीक है वो बैटिंग कर रहे हैं विकेट थोड़ी ट्रिकी है कितना स्कोर पे आप रिस्ट्रिक्ट करना चाहेंगे इनको
100 से पहले जितना भी हो इंशाल्लाह चेजेबल
आपकी बॉलिंग अच्छी चल रही है उम्मीद करते हैं कि ऐसे ही चलेगी ऑल द बेस्ट
थैंक यू
That is the story from the middle here. Then Sharjah, they won the toss. They want to bat first.
Thank you very much, Samir Yunus. So news from the sidelines. It is Sharjah, the home team, who have won the toss and elected to bat first. So let's take a look at their playing 11. Dania Liaquat, who's been in stunning form. Fatur Rahman, the teenager, just about 14 years old, I've heard, getting an opportunity this evening. Halan Mohammed coming in the side as well. Then you have the experienced Hamid Khan, Khalid Shah, Khuzaima bin Tanveer is in the mix. Luqman Faisal, hard-hitting top-order batter Tahir Zaman and Wasim Akram as well. So a very strong unit for Sharjah. For Emirates Blues, Ahmed Tariq coming off a player of the match performance. Ajay Kumar, the left-arm seamer. Fahad Nawaz, Mohammad Mohsin, right-arm speedster, gets a game this evening. Mohammad Asif, Mohammad Umar, the right-arm seamer as well. Kamran Atta, Shehbaz Ali, Nasir Faraz, Safir Tariq and Shakib Ahmed. So a couple of changes in the Blues squad as well, but overall an excellent all-round unit. And they will certainly push Sharjah to the edge in this match number 11 of the 7 Districts presents Emirates D10. So the teams emerging out there in the middle as we speak. Sharjah looking to post a mighty score with the likes of Hamid Khan, Khalid Shah and Luqman Faisal in the mix. 2 umpires are Mr. Waqar Latif to the right of your screen, Asif Iqbal to the left, and to my left is Mudassar Ali. Good evening and welcome.
A very good evening, Ahmed, and it will be a good contest between these two sides. They started off really well, winning the first game of the day, Blues, against the mighty Fujairah. The unbeaten run of Fujairah was stopped by Blues. Can they do it for the second time? The unbeaten run of Sharjah. Can they stop Sharjah from winning their 4th game in a row? Quite interestingly, no Khalid Shah. They have promoted the youngster Fatur Rahman, who got plenty of runs. The recently concluded tournament here in Sharjah, and he led his side to the championship. Alongside him is experienced Hamid Khan.
Yeah, they've always had a very strong youth movement of Sharjah. So Fatur Rahman, the young lad, getting an opportunity. I believe he's the younger brother of Faizur Rahman, who was already an under-19 product of the UAE. Very talented family, so good to see that even the younger brother is getting an opportunity in a major tournament like the D10.
This season is all about 14 years old, making a debut at the big level, and one of them is Fatur Rahman. A very big opportunity, a big platform given to him by Sharjah cricket management, and full marks should be given to Khalid Shah. He's not afraid to experiment with his side.
Absolutely, they have a good start to the tournament, 3 wins out of 3, so there is some wiggle room, so to speak. Ajay Kumar, the left-arm seamer, has been outstanding, perhaps the most consistent fast bowler in the tournament so far, and he will continue with the new ball for Emirates Blues. There is a deep point and a deep square leg in position to the extreme corners of your screen, and Hamid Khan is an extreme player to say the least. If he gets going, it's going to be serious entertainment. Something similar to what we saw in match number 10. Here we go. First ball, Ajay Kumar to Hamid Khan. Trying to force it through the offside. Just a body match to get off the mark.
Straight away runs on board. Off the mark, Hamid. Off the mark, Sharjah. All eyes will be on this young lad. I have seen him the way he got those runs in World Junior League, which was held here in Sharjah. The blistering knock of 40 odd runs in the final in just 13 balls. 4 huge maximums. So he has that power to clear the boundary with ease.
Well, to have that kind of ability at just 14 years of age just shows how precociously talented he is. Trying to whip off the front foot, but there is a short mid-wicket in position. And he certainly doesn't seem to be scared of the spotlight, that is for sure.
Not afraid at all. It was an incoming delivery, but nicely managed by Fatur Rahman. No Mudit Agarwal, no Nurullah Ayubi this game for Sharjah. And what a move by Khalid Shah, the captain, promoting the youngster, playing his first game of this tournament.
Needs to be careful against Ajay Kumar. Oh, gives him the short stuff. Welcome to the D10, young man. No more sighters for you. Now you're in the mix.
This is so important tournament. It doesn't matter whether you're 14 years old or 30 years old, experienced batter. As a bowler, you just don't want to bowl those looseness.
Excellent bouncer there, well directed by Ajay. I've been informed that he's from Lucknow in India. But certainly very, very exciting talent. Great control. Punchy drive, not quite out of the middle, but he'll be quite happy to get off the mark. Some butterflies in the stomach will be settled.
First run is always important. He has got that first run, but a good start. Throughout this tournament, we have seen Ajay Kumar. He has been brilliant with the new ball, change of pace, hitting the right channel, and change in the field now for Hamid Khan. Backward deep point comes in, and they have 2 fielders towards the leg side, deep square leg and deep mid wicket.
Yeah, smart field change here. They'll be anticipating that swing towards the onside. But he's screamed it through the covers. Half volley dispatched.
Trying to play that bluff game, had 2 fielders towards the leg side, bowling a bit fuller on the 5th stump. And look at that, well driven by Hamid Khan. 4 runs, the first boundary for Hamid, and the first boundary for Sharjah.
Yeah, he's unorthodox but devastating. Has his own style of batsmanship. But he can absolutely tonk the ball to all parts. Dangerous, dangerous player, especially in the D10 format. Oh, beautiful slow delivery, but that back cut, that glide coming in from Hamid.
First time in this tournament I have seen Ajay Kumar making such mistakes. Back-to-back boundaries here. Yet again towards that off-stick channel, not trying to hit it hard, opening the face of the blade, and excellent placement to end the over number 1 with that boundary. It's a good start for Sharjah. Over number 1 gone. It's 10 for no loss.
Mohammad Mohsin, right arm aggressive fast bowler, coming into the attack. He's been a D10, D20, D50 champion in the past. Excellent bowler to have in your ranks. He is attack minded, can swing the ball big into the right hander. And Fatur will need to be careful. Watch out for that in dipper. Oh, hello! Hello, Mr. Fatur Rahman. Sixer!
What a hit! The first maximum for Fatur Rahman. His career of D10. He will remember this. That too against Mohsin. Stand and delivered. What a connection. First maximum for Sharjah.
My word. What a clean strike. Right out of the screws. And there was a huge ovation coming in from the Sharjah dugout. They certainly enjoyed it. This man did not. I don't think there's going to be any full deliveries now to Fatur Rahman. Wow. Slower delivery. Great change of pace.
Providing some entertainment. 14 and fearless is Fatur Rahman. Putting that trust in Fatur Rahman is the captain Khalid Shah. What a start.
It's been the day of the teenagers. First we saw Zainullah Rahmani. And now we're seeing Fatur Rahman. Is he our version of Vaibhav Suryavanshi? A right-hand version. Well, we saw what that lad did here at the Under-19 Asia Cup and in the IPL. Let's see what Fatur Rahman can do in D10. Certainly no lacking of confidence, that is for sure. Trying to force it from the crease. But Mohsin does have that extra skid when he's bowling as well.
But good to see he's not afraid. He's up against quality fast bowler. He's trying to go big. Because at this age, when you make a debut, all you want to do is to survive, take those singles, rotate the strike. But he has been fearless so far.
Yeah, he looks absolutely chilled out, relaxed at the crease. No fuss at all. No nervous energy. Just keeping his eye locked on the ball and trying to hit. Good to see. Oh, slow delivery. Beautifully bowled there. Mohammad Mohsin enjoyed that one.
Yeah, 6, then 3 dot deliveries in a row. Now Hamid needs to talk to him. Change of pace. Nowhere near the ball. He just got excited. It's not only about boundaries and maxims. You also need to take singles.
Very good leg cutter there from Mohsin. Well, Hamid Khan, we know how he bats. It'll be like Shahid Afridi advising you to defend the ball. When he comes on strike, he swings across the line. Let's see if Fatur can just get that rotation of strike going. Change in the field. The mid-wicket will drop deep. And the mid-on will come into the circle. No, they've decided against doing that. So what are they planning here? They'll still keep the long on and the square leg. Mohsin to Fatur. Oh, he wanted to uppercut that out of the Sharjah Stadium.
It's not easy to take on Mohsin. You have got that maximum. Now you're trying out too many things. A good comeback by Mohsin. He changed his length back. He's in a bit of bother here. This has been a hard landing on the previous delivery for Mohsin.
Yeah, he goes very wide on the crease. So where that matting next to the pitch, doesn't seem to be anything wrong with his landing there, but he puts a lot of force on his landing foot. Did not play the first few games. Maybe he's just dealing with a slight niggle. Let's hope he's A-okay. Quick delivery. He's gone through him, but certainly he's not looking 100% here. End of the mandatory power play. Sharjah are 16 for no loss. So Ajay Kumar has been replaced. Looks like they're just keeping that floating power play in the back pocket for now. Mohammad Umar bowled really, really well in the previous match and will look to continue that good form. Picked up wickets against Fujairah. Can he do so against Sharjah?
Both the teams will be happy at the end of the power play. 16 for no loss. Sharjah will take that. And for Blues, Nasir Faraz will be happy after going for some runs in the first over the bowler. A good comeback by Mohsin in the second over, going for just 6 runs. Now, well spread field towards the top side.
Yeah, there's a deep third sweeper cover. They've got mid off in the circle. And 3 men deep on the onside. Square leg, mid wicket, and the long on for the right arm seamer. Well bowled there, back over length. And here he comes back on strike. Now this will be fun. Either way.
I think he has done his job by getting that maximum. So Omar, he needs to understand that you just cannot bowl fuller to Fatur Rahman. He's very strong. He's just 14, but he has those strong forearms. So look at those forearms.
Oh yeah, and he holds it low on the bat as well, on the bat handle. So he can, that bottom hand can launch it down the ground. Well, at 14 years old, I was watching Cartoon Network in WWE, and this man is playing in the D10. Oh, bottom edge, but didn't carry to the keeper. Lucky escape.
Got a maximum, but played too many dot deliveries. For sure, this will haunt Sharjah. Hamid Khan is having a word. I think he's telling him, need not worry. You just try and go after the bowler.
I'm interested what language they're speaking. Fatur is from Sri Lanka. Hamid Khan is from Pakistan, speaks Pashto, Punjabi. Maybe a mixture of all three or all four. Uppishly driven. Oh, there's no mid on. So he gets away with it. So Sharjah, even though they haven't lost a wicket, the run rate is questionable.
They're playing 6 dot deliveries. At last, he managed to get a single. The boundaries are hard to come now. It has been a brilliant captaincy from Nasir Faraz. What a comeback in this tournament for Blues.
Yeah, he seems to be a very good appointment. I like how he shifts his bowlers around, reading the minds of the batters. Up and over the keeper. Too short. And just that bottom edge flying over.
Typical Hamid Khan boundary. Back of length, trying to test Hamid with that bouncer. He doesn't get it where he wants it, but he will take those 4 runs. Lucky runs for Hamid.
Yeah, that's the way he plays. He's not going to change his game, whichever format. He wants to go hard at the bowlers, and he wants to deal in 4s and 6s. Already picked up 3 boundaries, and they still have that power play. I think if Hamid is still in there after this over, they should think about it. Brilliant comeback. He's yorked him, but he's yorked his keeper as well.
Everything is happening here. Unlucky is Umar. 2 good balls and 2 good balls going for boundaries here. First it was thick outside edge. Now a brilliant Yorker. The batter was beaten, so is the wicket keeper. Sharp Yorker, nowhere near the ball. Lucky runs yet again for Sharjah.
Caught him by surprise with that in-swinger. Fabulous ball. But it's a batter's game, I tell you. He just literally kicked it away for 4. Leg byes given. So finally some momentum coming in for Sharjah. Going at about 9 per over. Great ball again. He has got that extra yard of pace for sure. 3 overs done. 27 for no loss. So Mohammad Mohsin will continue from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. No sign of the power play just yet. So the field is spread on the onside. Long on, mid-wicket square leg. Third is in the circle. There is a deep point for Mohammad Mohsin. Oh, straying down leg, but this time acrobatic stuff from Kamran Atta. Great take that was.
He's testing his wicket keeper here. Slighter in the line and length by Mohsin, but what a brilliant take.
Brilliant stuff there. Look at the way he moved laterally very quickly. Excellent hands as well to switch them over. Very lively character, as you would expect a wicket-keeper to be, Kamran Atta. And terrific clean striker of the ball. Bowled him! Backing away from the sticks. And he had to pay the price.
No feet movement. What was he thinking there? An incoming delivery from Mohsin. At last, a wicket going down. Caught in an awkward position. Wanted to play towards that offside. Nowhere near the ball, and Mohsin strikes for the first time in this game. Hamid Khan yet again. A poor show with the bat. Managing 15. Sharjah 28 for the loss of 1.
Luqman Faisal coming in at number 3. Outstanding batter. Complete player. Whether against pace or spin, he can deal in maximums. Pure and simple.
74 runs in 3 innings. Look at the strike rate. Almost 275. Already got bagged 2 ducks in this tournament. 74 is his highest score.
Yeah, it's either go big or go home. Simple as that for Luqman Faisal. Oh, pardon me. That was a beamer that slipped out of his hand. I think he was looking for that leg cutter, but maybe the dew. And that was certainly a dangerous delivery.
Trying out too many things. Wanted to surprise Luqman with that back of hand delivery. But completely misses here. Ball just slipping out of his hand. And yet again testing his wicketkeeper. Good work. He has been kept busy behind the stumps. Kamran Atta. So free hit. It's young Fatur Rahman on strike.
Oh, this should be fun. He is already playing like every ball is a free hit. But this one actually is. And he's already tonked Mohsin for a 6 over long on. What will be the ball he bowls here? Oh, trying to first ramp it towards fine leg, then chose third. In the end, he yorked himself.
I'm enjoying this. He's trying everything, not afraid to play that scoop shot, uppercut. Early days, just the beginning for this young lad. But not afraid to play such kind of shots.
Innovation is the name of the game in 2025. Even the likes of Sam Constance and Joe Root are playing these ramp scoops in Test cricket. So that just shows you where our game is. The next gen cricketers need to have these shots. They need to train for them. And I'm sure Fatur is doing the same. Luqman Faisal looking to get going. This is high. There is a deep mid-wicket fielder. Excellent catch taken by Safir Tariq. And once again, it's boom or bust for Luqman Faisal.
The best part is his strike rate will remain somewhere near 270. Also the score 74 in 4 innings. Another duck for Luqman. A good catch taken by Safir Tariq. Delighted is Mohsin. So the second wicket goes down for Sharjah. Double strike for Mohsin in this over. 31 for the loss of 2.
So it's going to be the man in form, Dania Liaquat, coming in at number 4. Hard-hitting left-hander. Already a couple of player of the match performances, and he'll need to deliver once again.
Man in form with the bat. I like this move from Khalid Shah. Keeping himself down the order and promoting Daniel Liaquat. Runs what matters for Sharjah. 97 runs so far in this tournament for Liaquat. A strike rate of almost 220.
Straying down leg. So the left hand, right hand combination. He's not getting his trademark swing in the air, is Mohammad Mohsin. Hence, his lines have been a bit off.
This is what happened. Just pulling his length back. Change of pace, miles up in the air and well settled under the ball. He dropped his hitter early in the day, but a good catch taken by Safir Tariq.
Been a bit of a mixed bag of an over here from Mohsin. A few wides, a free hit, but 2 wickets as well. That is what matters. Trying to ride the bounce on that one. Good field placement to have that square leg in position. Right then, Mr. Fatur Rahman, what do you have in store for us?
Going has not been good after losing Hamid. 2 wickets down, the likes of Luqman back in the hut. You like the move from Khalid Shah, promoting Daniel Liaquat?
I think definitely made sense. Will be interesting to see where he comes into bat. Usually a top order batter can bat at 3 as well, Khalid Shah, but has demoted himself. They have a lot of batting still to come. Mohammad Mohsin has bowled really well here. 2 for 11. Just the toe end of the bat will pick up a single, but at least he's rotating the strike now.
It will be all about the big shots. These two, Fatur Rahman, who loves to go aerial, so is Daniel Liaquat, the rescue ranger for Sharjah in this tournament. Whenever the team was in trouble, he came and he got those quick runs.
Yeah, he has this innate ability to time the ball right from ball 1. Doesn't require a lot of time to get settled. Can go immediately after the bowlers. Sweet, clean striker. Oh, bottom edge on that one. Change of pace delivery. An excellent spell from Mohsin comes to an end. 2 for 12 on the night. 34 for 2. So Fatur Rahman being retired out here, maybe he has a bit of a niggle. It is very hot out there. And of course, he's just 13, 14 years of age. So you have to take care of his well-being. So it's going to be another new addition coming in for Sharjah. Haaland, Mohammed, tell us more about him, Mudassir Ali.
He's a regular with the Sharjah Bukhati side in the UAE domestic circuit, now making a comeback. Known for his off-break bowling, a terrific fielder who can also bat. But now the situation demands for Sharjah to someone come out and get those quick runs. Can he do that left-hand, right-hand combination now out there in the middle for Sharjah?
Well, ahlan wa sahlan to Haaland. Welcome to the D10. Good looking shot that timed it. That is something that perhaps we haven't seen from Sharjah. They've not looked to time the ball, they just look to smash it, and that's why so many wickets have fallen.
I do understand it's a shorter format, but you need to play according to the situation. They got those runs initially, they were 27 after 3 overs. After that, what an over from Mohsin. Got 2 wickets in that over. Now Fatur is back in the hut, retired hut. Daniel, all eyes will be on Liaquat.
Shakib Ahmed into the attack. Excellent all-rounder. Slower delivery has been smeared. But there's a fielder in the deep. Good catch taken by Ahmed Tariq. And the slower ball strikes gold.
What a day they are having in the field. The fast bowlers of Blues. They are dominating against the likes of Luqman Hamid Khan. Now it's Daniel Liaquat. The pressure to get those quick runs mounting on Liaquat. And in the process, he was hurled in deep by the fielder Ahmed Tariq. So the fourth wicket goes down for Sharjah. They're in deep, deep trouble. Daniel Liaquat managed just a single. 35 on board.
So the skipper has had to come into the middle. Khalid Shah in an unfamiliar role. Only 30 odd runs on the board for Sharjah. Just going at about 7 runs per. But he is the kind of player who can change the script very quickly. Shakib with an early strike. Once again, change of pace. That's what Emirates Blues have done really well in this tournament. They've read and assessed the pitch conditions very quickly.
Absolutely. And the top performers in this tournament, the fast bowlers of Blues, the change of pace, the variations are very key on this track. And rightly done by the fast bowler. And under pressure, a good catch taken by young Ahmed Tariq. And full marks should be given to Nasir Faraz, young captain. And proving everyone his class. Rotating the bowlers quite well.
A good looking square drive, but there is plenty of cushion on the offside. Yeah, the way he's managed his resources, Nasir Faraz, has been very impressive. He did mention he had captained at under 16, under 19 level, but doing it at the D10 is completely different.
But when you know that this is a live games, everyone watching around the world, Blues were struggling in the previous seasons. They did not have a good start, but this man, marshalling his troops quite well, got runs when needed for his side. Astute captaincy from Nasir Faraz.
Yeah, you can see that computer is working overtime in his mind. Flashed hard, but once again, outside the power play. The boundaries are well covered by Emirates Blues. And they already got a brilliant victory against the defending champs. And of course, the finalists, Sharjah, are in a spot of bother as well against them.
This is what one good win does to your morale. The energy level is high. They are testing Sharjah. So far, they are unbeaten in this tournament.
Yeah, will that winning streak last tonight? Let's see. Excellent slow ball and a very, very tidy over from Shakib Ahmed. All they'll get is singles at the halfway point. Sharjah are on the back foot here. 39 for 4.
Four wickets down. Sharjah in a precarious situation here. Emirates Blues, well, they had a lovely evening with the ball in hand not too many hours ago in the first game that they played today. And their good form continues. Shahbaz Ali now brought into the attack as we get into the second half of this innings. Sharjah will have a lot to think about. They've made a couple of changes. They are unbeaten in the tournament so far. Today is going to be a tough one. Shahbaz Ali runs in. Haaland's look good so far. Very technically correct, it seems. Making a comeback at the top level of UAE cricket. He's just walked in alongside Khalid Shah, the skipper. So, two relatively new batters on the crease, but they don't have much time to try and get Sharjah up to a total that they feel their bowlers, their strong bowlers, can defend. Exciting few overs coming up, and to call them alongside me, I've got Shoaib for company. Good evening to you, Shoaib.
Good evening, Samir. 40 for 4, Sharjah. In all sorts of trouble. But they've still got Khalid Shah out there in the middle, their skipper. So things can turn in their favour if this man on your screens can score some runs for his side tonight. Clipped off the pads, he'll get a single. But overall, Emirates Blues in the last 3 days, Samir, have shown some real solid progress in terms of their approach, the way they've played as a unit, and the results is for everyone to see.
Yeah, they seem to have unboxed certain strategies that have worked quite well, especially with the bowling. Nasir Faraz leading from the front here. I think his changes have been brilliant in the way he's utilised his bowling resources. And the bowlers too have put their hands up and performed. And the thing is, Shoaib, it's nothing out of the ordinary. They've just stuck to their basics, hitting those right lengths, variations being utilised expertly. Bit of width again, the change of pace. And Haaland looking to really power that through. So it's been a case of going back to the drawing board and doing what you're taught to do from a very young age. That is to stick to the basics. Even in this format, seems to be working.
Yes, and like you pointed out, the bowling has been the strength, and they've executed their plans. They've taken their catches. And they've played like a unit, and that is what I feel is so important in this short format. You need players who can contribute, even if it's not major. But if you've got 4 or 5 players who do their job well, more often than not, the results will come your way.
Yeah, you're so right in that. In this format, it is certainly a team game. One man cannot win you games consistently. Again, no pace offered whatsoever. And to make matters worse for Haaland, it's also staying low. So not easy to bat when the bowler's offering you nothing. And the pitch is also not giving you that bounce to try and stand up and play those shots. Run making has become quite difficult here for Sharjah.
Yeah, this one too kept low like we just saw. And Haaland has not been able to convert that into runs. 2 consecutive dot balls is a big achievement in this format. Edged and taken. 3 consecutive deliveries outside off. The third one nicked by Haaland, and another wicket falls.
Well, it was writing on the wall, wasn't it? We saw him get beaten by 2 slow deliveries. This one took a bit of bounce, and he did get some bat onto it. But the only bit of bat he got was a thick outside edge for an easy catch to Kamran Athar. So Haaland, well, his time out there hasn't been too long. 4 off 7 for him. Sharjah now have lost half their side with just 41 runs on the board. Well, we're into the all-rounders now. Khuzaimah bin Tanveer, known for his all-round capabilities, more so with the ball in hand, but he's got a job to do here with the bat. Joining his captain, the 2 Ks, Khuzaimah and Khalid, have got a big mountain to climb.
Yes, he's shown us what he is capable of with the bat, has the ability to hit sixes, uses the long handle, long levers. This is another similar delivery. Shehbaz has bowled so very well. A direct hit too, but Khalid Shah has made it in time. That'll be the end of the over. Excellent over from Shehbaz. Well, they're going upstairs to have a look. So not the over yet, just yet. But I think Khalid Shah has made it comfortably.
Well, direct hits, I tell you, can be very close. It's like that side mirror in a car. Always closer than they appear. We'll have to wait and see. Khalid Shah did seem like, as you said, that he's made it. But they're just going upstairs. The umpires don't want to take a chance.
Oh, well, this looks close. Yeah, he's grounded the bat. And I think just in time.
Yeah, good call, Shep. But the umpire as well, they didn't want to take a chance. But what a good over from Shahbaz. 1 wicket and just 2 runs in the 6th over of the innings. In fact, 3 runs with that run-out opportunity. But brilliant nevertheless. Blues bowlers with the upper hand here. 42 for 5 after 6. Well, we saw the signal there. It's the floating power play being taken by Khalid Shah, the skipper out there. He believes that this is the over that they need to find some momentum and some run scoring here. Ajay Kumar, the lefty, didn't bowl the best of first overs, but he's been entrusted now to try and keep it at a minimum again in this 7th over of the innings.
Yeah, he gave away 10, but he's bowled well all throughout the series so far for Emirates Blues. He's been the man for all seasons for them. And this over is going to be very crucial. If he can get another wicket here, Emirates Blues will be well and truly in the game.
Yeah, both these batters capable of changing fortunes very soon. They'll want to see their backs as soon as possible. The Blues. Ajay Kumar has a deep mid wicket and a long on. Starts off with a slow bouncer. I think it's come to a point where, Shoaib, in this format, fast bowlers, surprise one is the faster one.
Yeah, they've relied a lot on the variations. That's right. And you can, as a batter, I think it's more important that you expect the slower balls more than the quicker deliveries. If you are mentally in that space, you've got a better chance of scoring runs. Ajay Kumar comes from the land of the Nawabs in India, from Lucknow, and he's having a good time here in the UAE. He's definitely making the right noises. Big heave from Khuzaima. Again, that slower delivery, and again was mistimed by Khuzaima.
It's safe to say, Shoaib, you and I both can have a soft spot for left-arm bowlers every time we see a good one, don't we? Yeah, but he's bowled well. Throughout the tournament, he's done well. Deserves all the applause and credit that he's getting. And it's good to see some of the newer names coming up now, Shoaib. For a long time, we've seen the same players, the same people putting their hands up, but especially in the past couple of DCs, we're seeing quite a few good new names and good talents, especially the younger talents coming up, putting their hands up and shining at this stage. It bodes well for the future of domestic cricket and, of course, UAE cricket in general.
Yeah, you're right. I think we're I think we've discussed this earlier as well. In the last 2 days, this one slashed in the air. Is there a fielder? Yes, he'll collect it cleanly, and Khalid Shah will have to walk back. This is not good news for Sharjah, but Ajay Kumar, well, he continues to shine for Emirates Blues.
And the Blues continue to pick up wickets here. They've not allowed Sharjah to settle into a partnership. Another wicket goes down. Wicket number 6, Khalid Shah, the skipper. We thought he could be the one to make a difference, but he has to walk back now. Not much left in the Sharjah tank. They're 6 down with 43 runs on the board. Khalid Shah cannot contribute. Tahir Zaman in at number 8. Yes, you heard that right. Sharjah are 6 down for not many. First time in this tournament that they've been under a bit of pressure, Shoaib. And that is all thanks to Blues bowlers. Ajay Kumar continues. Another slower one.
Good bowling from Ajay. We've spoken highly of him all throughout the series. And you were also discussing about how new players have risen up to the occasion. Let's look at that dismissal again of Khalid Shah. Was looking to slash that over point. He generally plays that shot well. But on that occasion, didn't get any distance whatsoever. So quite a few young players, and that's good to see. And I'm also very thrilled about the fact that a lot of UAE homegrown cricketers are making it through the ranks of age group cricket. It was a proud moment for all UAE fans when UAE won the ACC under 16. This one's in the air. It's high, it's mighty, but it's been dropped. Had a lot of hang time to it. And guess who's dropped it? It's the skipper, Nasir Faraz.
Well, that will be the first real blemish from the Blues fielders. They've been brilliant throughout the evening. This one was in the air for a long time to his defense. Those are really difficult to judge in the night sky. But at this level, and with someone of the experience of Nasir Faraz, you expect those to be taken. Yeah, he was never in the right position. Was swirling away from him. Lucky Tahir Zaman that he survived, and Ajay Kumar has been denied a wicket here.
Oh, that's a good slower delivery. Another well disguised slower delivery to end the over. 7 overs bowled. Sharjah 45 for 6.
Just 3 overs left in this innings. Sharjah are stuttering along, 45 for 6. Just haven't found any momentum or rhythm in their batting. It's going to be the 8th over to be bowled here. Another slower delivery. So it's all been off pace from the Blues bowlers. Have offered nothing for the Sharjah batters to try and go after. This is Shakib once again to bowl his second and the innings 8th over. Khuzaima bin Tanveer, well, he's the last straw, isn't he, for Sharjah? They'll be hoping that he can get some maximums away in these last 17 deliveries. Otherwise, it's going to be a long evening for Sharjah at this. Blues batters are in good form. So a low pass total is not going to help their cause.
Well, Shakib, we know he's been another vital cog in this Emirates Blues lineup. Has contributed with the bat and with the ball, and he continues to do that, continues to deliver for his side. You rightly pointed out Sharjah need to get to at least 90, if not more, which still looks like a distant dream. And since they've lost 6 wickets already, that makes it even tougher. But one good over is what we've seen. One good over for the team, and they can just pull things back in their favour. Slow delivery again, banged in short. One bounce and a poor misfield. This is not good from Emirates Blues. They've done so very well so far until that point where they've just let one pass through.
A drop catch in the previous over, misfield in this. The wheels are slowly starting to come off from the Blues. We've been praising their bowling and their fielding. Safir Tariq once again the culprit there, letting it go through his legs. But 50 comes up quite late for Sharjah in the piece. Almost laboured to it. 6 runs off this over so far.
That's in the air. One bounce, and again Safir into action. The ball's following him tonight. This time he manages to keep it inside the field of play.
I've seen that so many times, haven't we? The moment a fielder makes a lapse or drops a catch, Almost the next delivery ends up going towards him. But on that occasion, he's done well to keep it to a single. Tahir Zaman will now be on strike. Couple of deliveries left. 52 for 6 Sharjah. A real struggle here for them to try and find some boundaries. Long on, long off, deep mid-wicket and deep square. Waiting for that lofted shot. Oh, brilliantly bowled. That was the pace-on delivery and bit of bounce on it as well. Tahir, waiting for the slow one, was late through the shot and got hit on his ribcage. Seems to be all right. But really mixing it up here, Shakib.
That was quick, and that was on the body of Tahir. Nicely directed by Shakib. And was not expecting that one. Just played all over it. Eyes off the ball. Very well done by Kamran Atta behind the stumps to grab that. And a very crucial dot ball in the over. Last ball of this over and his spell coming up. Away from Tahir, who's looking to step down the track and go for a big heave. Well, they're going for the second. Throw at the striker's end, and finally they've managed to get 2, but that was a very risky run indeed. 8 overs bowled. 2 more to go. 54 for 6.
Two overs left. This is the penultimate one. Omar to bowl his second and the 9th of the innings. Full toss. Khuzaima has latched onto this one. And finally, a maximum. It's been ages since we saw one. It's Khuzaima bin Tanveer who'll deliver the goods for Sharjah.
Well, that's a cardinal sin. Bowling on the pads, a juicy full toss. And Khuzaima says, thank you very much. Good hand-eye coordination. Great connection. An even better result. 6 important runs for Khuzaima and for Sharjah.
Now, he's forced them into a mini conference. Couple of fielding lapses. Now a maximum. Sharjah slowly finding some momentum. Yes, just 11 balls left in this innings, but it can do a lot if they find a few boundaries here. If they can get to that 90 plus score, their bowlers will believe. Khuzaima himself will know that there's something for him to bowl at. He's now taken the responsibility upon himself to try and get as many on the board as possible so that he'll have something to bowl. And given this track, it's been very unpredictable.
Yeah, 60 for 6 with 11 more deliveries to go. They are targeting at least 20 more. 30 would be a big bonus. Well, that'll take a lot of doing. They need a lot more of those sixes. The good news is for Sharjah that they've started this over with a 6. So that will put some pressure on Umar, who will now feel the heat and will have to execute those Yorkers to the tee.
One thing's for sure, he's not going back to pace on. That was a quick delivery. Shorter in length. Sliced away towards the offside. A maximum followed by a 4.
Well, a special guest watching. We just saw Muhammad Nabi out there, and he must have enjoyed that. It was hit straight to him. Let's look at that. Slashed, 1 bounce, and you can see there somewhere behind those boards. 1 bounce onto the boards there, and it's the superstar from Afghanistan watching the proceedings here.
This is high. This could be a chance. Is there a fielder getting under it? Yes, they hold on to the catch this time. Nasir Faraz finds redemption. And Khuzaima, who is looking to accelerate and find a few more boundaries, has to depart. Shorter in length. Khuzaima looking to power this down the ground, but can only find Nasir Faraz at long off. No more mistakes on the field. 19 of 10 is what he'll make. 2 fours and a sixers in that. Provided some impetus in this Sharjah innings. It's 64 for 7.
Well, there you go. There's a royalty in presence. Mohammad Nabi watching, and he's now watched himself on the big screen. Goes full and into the block hole. Umar gets that Yorker absolutely on target.
Yeah, I wonder if one of those franchises or one of the many franchises that he plays for has sent him out as a scout. Try and find out some hidden talent here in the D10. And we do know his son plays here in the UAE. He's played a lot of his cricket here. Quite a few Afghanistanis who do play their cricket over here. It's good to see some cricketing royalty in the house, especially in the form of a former captain of Afghanistan. 65 for 7 Sharjah. Umar continues in this over. Pace on again. Misses it completely, Tahir.
Yeah, this is like his second home, isn't it? For Mohammad Nabi. He spends a lot of time here in the Sharjah Cricket Academy, practices, coaches, teaches, and shares his vast experience with everyone around. Thorough gentleman and a great ambassador of the sport we all love.
Oh, of course, he's been one of those shining examples for many young Afghanistanis that despite circumstances, you can go on and achieve your dreams as long as you are determined. Back off a length again. Powered this down towards long off. Tahir Zaman. But thinking about a second, this might be a run-out opportunity. In fact, this looks very, very close. Asif Iqbal wants to go upstairs, but it seems like Tahir may just be short here. In fact, it was Irfan who was looking to come back to the striker's end. Let's have a look here. Kamranatha did clean it, collect it cleanly. And he's managed to get rid of the bails even faster.
Yeah, he did clean it correctly.
Happens to the best of us,
Of course, of course.
9 overs done, it's 66 for 7. $66 for 8 are Sharjah. Not in their free-flowing form as they have been throughout this tournament. Won 3 out of 3. Sitting pretty at the top. But Emirates Blues have given them lots to think about. It's going to be Wasim Akram out there in the centre. But Tahir Zaman is the one taking strike against Shahbaz Ali. Struck well, but I don't think he's got the distance. Yes, a good catch. Down towards long on. Safir Tariq holds on to another one. And one more falls down for Sharjah.
Well, they're falling like a pack of cards. It's a 10-over game and they've lost 9 wickets already with another 5 deliveries left. That's the wicket. Good catch from Safir Tariq. Finally, one sticks as he's done well to run all the way and grab it cleanly. Irfan Yusufzai out for 1 of 2. It's 66 for 9.
Well, they're 9 wickets down, Sharjah, in danger of getting bowled out here in a T10. 66 runs on the board. It's going to be Ibrahim Masood, the young Ibrahim Masood, to face his first delivery. Well, you don't want to run there, but look at what Shahbaz Ali has done. Collected the ball, hit it directly towards the non-striker's head, and this one will go upstairs too.
Yeah, this definitely looks close because that was thrown with a lot of power behind it. The stumps are disturbed, dislodged, and it's time for us to find out whether this is wicket number 10. And his bat is in the air while the ball hits the stumps. One more frame will give us a better idea. Still in the air. Still in the air, I think, because he needs to go till he touches the bat on the ground. What is the decision going to be? Not out, says the umpire.
Well, it seems like the TV umpire has deduced that the bat was on the ground when he grounded it, so he's being given a life here. Wasim Akram now on strike. They've got the single because of that direct hit, ricocheting off the stumps. 67 now. Shahbaz Ali runs in. Slow, full toss. Wasim Akram can only get it past the bowler. They might think about a second, and this time they should be able to come back quite comfortably.
Yeah, all these runs are so important for Sharjah. Even if they don't lose wicket here and play the 3 deliveries, get 3-4 runs, even that will help. Oh, guess what? It's a no ball. Wow. That's not good news for Emirates Blues. Nothing going their way in this over at least. Free hit signalled.
Some late drama here. Wanted to close off the innings without much being given away. Ideally, want to get Sharjah all out. That's a good little psychological advantage going into the break. But now it's a free hit. So Wasim Akram will swing to the hills. Well bowled. Very well bowled. In the block hole. Can't get under it.
Yeah, just the ideal free hit delivery to be bowling. Good Yorker, and that's a dot ball. So 3 more deliveries to go. 70 on the board for Sharjah, which is well below par. And Emirates Blues will definitely look to chase it down in the second innings. But they'll have to finish off well here. 3 more deliveries. Look to get Sharjah all out in this innings. Quick and on the pads. No chance for a run there. Beaten by the pace of Shahbaz.
Yeah, there have been a lot of slow balls. Quite a few quick deliveries. And there's been real confusion for the batters out there. How do we approach the faster bowlers? Blues have relied on their seamers and they've all delivered quite well in the first match today and also in this second game of theirs. 2 deliveries left in this innings. 70 is all Sharjah have managed. Another slower delivery this time. Back of a length as well. Wasim Akram waited an eternity to hit that, but it never got to him. And as a result, it's 3 dot balls on the trot. Batting hasn't been easy, that's for sure. And thanks largely to some very smart bowling from the Blues bowlers. Got to give credit to Nasir Faraz for marshalling his troops the right way, utilizing his bowlers expertly. This has been sliced, won't fall to the fielder's hands. Will come back for the second. Ahmed Tariq down there, making a bit of a mess of it. This might be a chance. There you go. It's another run out, and Sharjah, off the last ball of this over, of the last ball of the innings, have been bowled out. Now that's not a good way to go into the break, Shoaib.
Oh, definitely not. It was in the air. They wanted the second. Wasim Akram was just hanging around and then decided to go for the third. Never a third there. And in the end, they've been bundled out. So with that, the first innings comes to an end. 10 overs bowled in this first innings. Sharjah have managed to score 73 in their allotted 10 overs, and they've been bundled out on the last ball of the 10th over.
Well, it was a good start by Sharjah. They promoted a young 14-year-old to come up the order alongside Hamid Khan. He's hit a big, good-looking six, but after that, it's been a no-show from Sharjah's batters. Hamid and Fatur did start off well, but after that, look at the scorecard. It's duck, 1, 4, 3, single digits throughout that middle order between Luqman, Danial, Haaland and Khalid Shah. Khuzaima tried, he got off a couple of big boundaries, 19 of 10 for him, but other than that, there's been no contribution whatsoever from any of the Sharjah batters. They found going very, very tough. Thanks to some brilliant bowling from the Blues bowlers. 9 extras, allowing their total to go up to 73.
Looking at the bowling then of Emirates Blues, quite a decent bowling performance. Everyone who bowled contributed with the ball and got a wicket to their name at least. Ajay Kumar getting a wicket, Mohammad Umar getting a wicket, Shakib too got a wicket to his name, and Mohammad Shehbaz Ali and Mohsin, the pick of the bowlers, got 2 wickets each. Great bowling, excellent planning and execution, and that has resulted in Sharjah being bundled out for 70.
But it all started off with a bit of excitement because there was a young 14-year-old being given a debut. Hamid Khan, in the meantime, was going along his merry ways. This was the huge six that the youngster hit against Mohsin. Hamid Khan went along getting boundaries. He got bowled, and since then, it was nothing but a procession from the Sharjah batters. Fatur was retired out because he was struggling to get going, but catches kept going into the hands of the Blues fielders, who were brilliant with their catching and their fielding. And of course, the bowling was absolutely on par. Khalid Shah, they are looking to accelerate, getting the top edge and finding that point fielder. There were catchers being offered. Khuzaima bin Tanveer came out, played a couple of good-looking shots. One big six through the leg side and this 4 off onto the offside. But then looking to power it down towards long off, only found Nasir Faraz. And after he left, it was only a matter of time before the 10 overs were completed. And also, to make matters worse for Sharjah, there were a couple of comical runouts towards the end, and this was the 9th wicket that fell. Another good catch by Safir Tariq down at long on, and that last ball in which they were looking for a third after running 2. There was a fumble by Ahmed there, and eventually they were bowled out thanks to this run out for 72 runs, Sharjah, and that is what Blues have to try and get. 73 will be their target, and we'll be back shortly for the chase. There isn't a nicer sight for a cricket fan than a well-lit cricket stadium. This is where we are, the Sharjah Stadium, the historic, iconic, legendary stadium where the 7 District presents Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode is going on. It's going to be Sharjah Emirates versus Emirates Blues. Sharjah have batted first, but they've only managed 72 runs and have been bundled out by some brilliant bowling from the Emirates Blues bowlers. None of the Sharjah batters being able to get any momentum going. It was Khuzaima in the end with those 19 runs with a couple of big blows being able to provide some impetus, but 72 runs doesn't read like a good scorecard. Emirates Blues now requires 73 runs. Their bowlers have done the job. Now it's up to their batters to come out and hunt these runs down. A good mix of experience and youth in their team, and they'll rely on that to try and chase this down and get back-to-back wins in this tournament. It's going to be an entertaining chase, and to call these few overs alongside me, it's going to be Mudassir Ali. Good evening to you.
A very good evening, Samir. And riding high on confidence after the win against Abu Dhabi. A brilliant job has been done by the fielders and the bowlers in the first innings of Emirates Blues. Now it's up to the batters to come out and chase down the target of 73. For that, they need to play with positive approach. Yes, they are up against a quality fast bowling of Sharjah, but they do have some quality batters.
Yeah, don't think too much about how much you're chasing. Play your natural game. Play the ball to its merits. Yes, it's a low score. However, it can get tricky on this surface. We saw Blues bowlers exploiting the conditions quite well here. 73 is what they require. Umpire Asif Iqbal has said play. Wasim Akram will come steaming in with the new ball in hand. Oh, struck him on the pad. The typical left-armer's in-swinger. They're asking the question. Not in a very polite manner. But the umpire has declined any interest in that.
Their unbeaten run is in danger, and every ball matters in this game for Sharjah. An incoming delivery. Extra movement just saved the batter there. A loud appeal, but Khalid knows it was clearly missing the leg stick.
Wasim Akram expect him to bring that ball in sharply against the right-handers. Fahad Nawaz now on strike. It was Ahmed Tariq who faced the first delivery. They've gotten that leg by. Now Wasim Akram just losing his run up there.
Really don't understand this move by Emirates Blues. They made a change at the top order. No Kamran Atta. They have promoted Fahad Nawaz. It's an all-important game. It's all about momentum. He did a very good job against Abu Dhabi, and all of a sudden we are witnessing a new batter alongside Ahmed Tariq.
Balled him. This is Wasim Akram. And Wasim Akram in fashionable style. Ball seaming into the right-hander. Fahad Nawaz trying to brave that expensive drive. Gets an inside edge onto the stumps.
Early blow. Poor shot selection, playing away from the body. But what matters is the wicket for Wasim Akram and Sharjah. Golden duck for Fahad Nawaz. That move not working in favour of Emirates Blues. Blues have lost their first wicket, one on board.
Well, Mudassir, you wondered why Kamran Atta was not opening. Now it's as if he's opening because Fahad Nawaz, that little experiment to send him up the order, has not worked out too well for the Blues. Kamran Atta, the experience of Kamran Atta here now to the fore for Emirates Blues. But a good start for Sharjah.
And this is what was expected from Wasim Akram. Quality fast bowler. Under the lights, getting that extra movement, extra swing. Got better of Fahad Nawaz. Walks in the man in form, Kamran Atta for Blues.
Oh, low full toss that dipped on him. Kamran manages to push that towards covers. Will get a single, get off the mark. And the fielders, well, they'll have to be on their toes. Here's another look at that brilliant delivery from Wasim Akram. Fahad Nawaz away from his body, driving. And very well knowing that Wasim Akram brings the ball back into him. That wasn't the shot that was required, especially the first ball that you're facing.
Absolutely. A poor shot selection, expensive drive resulted in the fall of Fahad Nawaz. The energy level going up in the field.
Now this one now, Wasim Akram swinging it away from the right-hander. That's the surprise delivery. And it's so difficult to deal with this because you're expecting for it to come back in. You set yourself up like that and suddenly starts moving away. And for a fast bowler, left-armer to have the skill to take it both ways, it's very, very special, Mudassir.
And look at that stop from Khalid Shah. Full length dive towards his right side. Certainly saving some runs, but rightly said, it's always difficult. A fast bowler, he has that knack of moving the ball both the ways. So as a batter, he makes your life difficult.
This is back of a length. Ahmed Tariq will plonk that into the pitch. Managed to get another single. So just the kind of start Sharjah wanted. Some early pressure, no wayward deliveries, hitting those right lengths and blocking out the boundaries.
It's chasing just 73. I do understand they're up against the quality side. Do you also feel that name, Sharjah, they always comes up with special performance? So back of the mind, I think Blues, they'll be thinking they are up against the mighty Sharjah.
Oh, he wasn't in complete control of that, Kamran Atta. He was looking to play uppishly through the offside. It's taken an inside edge and gone towards deep square. They come back for the second. We'll discuss more on that question you raised, Mudassir. For now, it's 5 for 1 after 1. Five for 1 after 1. We talk about Sharjah's all-round capabilities. Their bowling is one of their biggest strengths. We just saw Wasim Akram with a brilliant first over. And now, Khuzaima bin Tanveer has been reveling of late, has been in the headlines, especially at the beginning of this year when he put in a brilliant performance in that ILT20. One of the best local talents that was found out. He's going to be now running in for the second over. Oh, good bounce. So unlike the Blues bowlers, Mudassir, who were relying on the change of pace, Sharjah's bowlers are sticking to their strengths. That is to hit the deck hard with pace.
Bowling as per their strengths, as per their plans. Some serious pace will be witnessed tonight towards the top stick channel, nowhere near the ball. An interesting field setup here, backward deep point and deep square leg. With that pace, you need to have a third man.
Well, that was pace off, but this time Ahmed has managed to get an outside edge on that. That third was inside the circle. You just alluded to the fact that if you're bowling that line, you need that man at the deep, and that's exactly where the boundary's gone.
Not in control, thick outside edge, no protection at third man, and 4 runs for Tariq. The first boundary, the blade of Tariq. Emirates Blues slowly moves to 9.
Well, the good thing going for Blues here is they know how much they need. So they can calculate the approach here. This is much more in control from Ahmed. Pushing it down towards backward point. We'll get a single now. They'll know that if they can somehow find one boundary and a few singles in every over, they're on course to chase down this paltry target of 73.
All they need is a small partnership. At least 15-20 runs partnership between these two batters. They can force Sharjah bowlers on the back foot. That is where the bowlers will make mistakes.
And you have someone like Kamran with all his experience. He knows he's been in these situations many times. Full and straight, Kamran. Kicked off immediately. He knew it was going to be close. And a good quick single taken.
Finalists, the previous season of D10, they have lost the final to Fujairah. They started off really well, 3 matches, 3 wins, but they are up against Emirates Blues, who are finding their momentum in this tournament. Look at that pickup. Brilliant pickup and good release by Haaland.
Yeah, you asked a question about playing the opposition, worrying that it's the mighty Sharjah. Well, Emirates Blues have shown guts, come back well in this tournament after losing that first game. Nicely pushed towards fine. Again, a quick single. I think probably after that loss, Mudassir Bhai, there's been some discussion, change of strategy within the dressing room. They seem to have unlocked a secret that has worked quite well. And for me, I think it is the bowlers who have been credited, who have to be credited for how well they've done so far.
I completely agree, especially 3 new fast bowlers, Ajay Kumar, Shakib and Asif, as well as Umar. And also they have got a new captain, Nasir Faraz, the young Nasir Faraz, doing an excellent job, marshalling his troops quite well.
Yeah, he's been very impressive. I like what I'm seeing from him in terms of leadership qualities. Oh, wasn't in control again, rushed at him. So it's such a contrast in the way the two fast bowling groups have gone about things. Blues were all about taking pace off, whereas Sharjah's bowlers are relying on their pace and hurrying the batters. What a sight to watch, what an entertaining contest it has been. 2 overs, 13 for 1. It was 44 degrees this afternoon and the heat continues. Daniel Liaquat now introduced into the attack. You can see the sweat dripping off of the faces of everyone out there. That's how humid it is. Interesting, this bit of spin being brought in by Khalid Shah. Light excitement there. They thought they may have an edge, but seems like he's missed it.
Quite interestingly, not opted for that floating power play. They should have gone for floating power play. That is what I think. Dealing in singles, another quick single, putting that pressure on Haaland. Slight fumble.
This is something Kamran Atta will do very well. He won't let the bowlers put pressure on him. Where there's runs to be made, he's going to find them. Nudge them around, get those ones and twos. He's got a very able batter in the form of Ahmed Tariq on the other end. Exciting young batter. Seen what he can do. And these two will be talking about a partnership. Little goals. Let's get to the 3rd over. Let's get to the 4th over with this many runs on the board. Then take it as deep as we can. Oh, uppishly played. Very nice. But there is a fielder down there. Lukman Faisal takes it. Floating it up. Daniel Liaquat inviting Ahmed Tariq to play the shot. And he's taken the bait.
So the change working in favour of Sharjah. Daniel Liaquat responded to the call of the captain, and what effort. Backpedaling. Delighted is the captain of Sharjah. The young Ahmed Tariq departs, managing just 7-14 for the loss of 2.
Well, the skipper has been forced to walk out in just the 3rd over. Nasir Faraz in at number 4. He's got a big job on his hands. Has to lead from the front here with the bat in hand. 31 runs is the average at which he's going in the 3 innings that he's batted on so far. Best of 26. I think around that score will be something he'll want to have in this innings as well to try and get Blues across and over the line. But a good move this by the skipper to bring the left arm spinner into the attack. 2 right-hand batsmen out there. Darted it in line with the stumps, pushed off the back foot. Nasir was interested in a second, but Kamran says no thank you.
Good job done by Luqman. What an effort to get rid of Ahmed Tariq. Clever piece of bowling, keeping it away from Ahmed, inviting him to go big, and in the process he finds Luqman. An excellent catch taken by Luqman. Is there a chance at the non-striker end? A poor communication, and the finger goes up. Nasir Faraz. Oh, what have you done? There was never a single. A big mix-up.
Well, the running between the wickets in the last few hours has been horrible to say the least. Miscommunication. Kamran was never interested, but Nasir Faraz ran halfway down the track, and up umpire Asif Iqbal says, well, no need to go upstairs because he was miles away from the crease. Khalid Shah is excited. He's got 3 wickets down, and with just 15 runs on the board for the Blues. Troubling times here. Well, one thing's for sure, Sharjah have made a game out of this. We would have thought 77 will be easy. Kamran Natha. Well, until he's out there, Blues will believe it's Safir Tariq who's the new man in. But he'll have to wait till he faces his first ball. Brilliant over this from Daniel Liaquat. A wicket and a run out. It's 16 for 3 after 3. Well, that target of 73 now for Blues looks like 90 plus suddenly, thanks to the 3 early wickets. Tahir Zaman now introduced into the attack. He's picked up just 1 wicket, has been expensive. 13 is the economy. He'll have to continue the good work that Sharjah's bowlers have done so far.
Blues are in real trouble. 3 over 16, 3 wickets down. Team to watch, Sharjah. They're defending a modest total of 72 here. Moving the feet. Now it's up to Kamran and Safir Tariq. 2 experienced batters out there in the middle, but it's not easy as they have lost 3 quick wickets.
Yeah, one thing's for sure, as the days go on, Mudassir, the pitch has become very difficult to bat on. It's not coming on as nicely as the batters would like it to. It does seem to stick on the surface a bit, and the bowlers have done very well to exploit that. They're offering nothing full, just good length and back of a length. Very often we found batters going through the shots a little too early. This is full, nicely driven, but it's straight to the hands of Daniel Liaquat that covers.
He's everywhere. He has taken that spotlight. He's not got many runs in the first inning, Daniel Liaquat. He got that wicket in the previous over. Now, excellent fielding effort, certainly saving some runs.
Yeah, they have to be on their toes, keep the intensity up. Sharjah's fielders, they aren't defending too many. Even 56 of 40 right now looks quite gettable, especially with the 2 men out there. Safir Tariq will now take strike for the first time. Yeah. Nicely pushed, much more comfortable there. Gets off the mark with a single.
Still in control, that required run rate. 55 needed of 39 balls. All they need is 1 good over. Get at least 12, 13 runs. So easy to save. They are feeling that pressure, Kamran and Safir.
Well, that's what they say about us commentators. It's easy for you guys to sit there and dish out instructions. Yeah, cricket is a different game. looking to power it. Won't get all of it down towards long on for a single. But you're right, that 1 over could change things drastically. Remember, they still have the floating power play to take, so they might opt for that if they feel like this is the time that we need to start finding some momentum and have that maybe 15-20 run over. That could change the entire innings here.
Especially with these two, when out there in the middle, they should opt for that floating power play. The next over, I think that will be a good idea for Blues.
Nicely guided towards backward point. Young Ibrahim Masood there doing up the clean-up job. A single gathered again. So far, good bowling from Tahir Zaman. I think Khalid Shah's instructions will be, don't go searching for wickets. Keep it tight. Frustrate the batters.
You bowl dot deliveries, create that panic situation, let the batter make a mistake, because they just cannot afford to bowl a loosener here. 53 of 37 balls so far, a good over.
He needs to close out well. Last delivery, Tahir Zaman. Full, surprising him. You can see the way Kamran has set up himself. He's expecting with the back of a length delivery to come into him. But Tahir Zaman has mixed it up quite nicely. Just 5 runs off this over. Blues are on 21 for 3 after 4. Well, it seems like Daniel will get a second over. Khalid Shah is on the attack. He wants more wickets here. His left arm spinner to provide it. This is high. This might be a chance. Nope. Lukman Faisal will watch it sail over him. This is what they needed. The Blues. 1-6. And that has come off the first ball of the over.
A calculative risk taken by Kamran Atta. Quicker delivery. It was in the radar. Not afraid to take on Daniel Liaquat. Got that elevation as well as the distance. A much needed maximum.
He's a very good player of spin, Kamran Atta, that's for sure. I would be relieved to see Daniel Liaquat continuing. This might just be that over in which he looks to try and pick up a couple of boundaries, get that equation to a much more comfortable position. 46 of 35, still very doable, given the batting that Blues have out there and still to come. Quicker and shorter. Let's push this off the back foot. They're thinking about a second. Will they come back? Oh, a fumble in the field. They put pressure on the fielder. But it seems like they haven't come back for it after all.
Poor running by Safir Tariq. There was always that second run. They have put that pressure on the fielder. A fumble, but never interested was Safir Tariq.
Calm run, wanted the run. Safir had no idea to go for that second. 7 runs off the first 2 deliveries. And one thing's for sure, Daniel Liaquat is not going to flight another one. He's already been dealt with a maximum. It's all going to be flat and straight.
Samir, it's good to see someone like Kamran Atta. When he was a part of Abu Dhabi, he used to be very explosive batter. But with that added responsibility in the side of Emirates Blues, we have seen controlled aggression from Kamran Atta. Very sensible piece of batting.
A bit of width. Played towards point, won't get a single. Yeah, I guess that comes with seniority and more responsibility. He realizes that I am one of the senior batters and he knows that his wicket holds a lot of value. And if he plays a loose shot and gets out, that puts an extra bit of pressure on the rest of the batters. So he seems to have realized that, putting a price to his wicket, and he's giving it some real value there. This time he cuts it away, but once again straight to the fielder. So good comeback from Daniel after getting hit for that 6.
The thinking bowler. He made a mistake, bowling full and went for a maximum. After that, he pulled his length back, pulling those tight line and lengths. Oh, what have you done? A loose. I was just praising Daniel Liaquat. Commentator's curse. And just waiting for this confirmation whether it's a legal delivery or not.
Well, it did come down the track, so that could go against him. But that was a juicy full toss. Yeah, trying at the back of a hand. There was no need for that. But Kamranatha will say thank you. So a 6 to start the over and a 6 to end the over. That should give some relief for the Blues. 35 for 3 at the halfway stage. They require 38 more in the next 5 overs.
Thank you very much, Samir and Mudassir. So just 38 runs needed. Seems relatively straightforward for Emirates Blues, but they've made a meal of it. 3 wickets down. Kamranatha and Safir Tariq, both wicket keepers by trade in the middle. Irfan Yusufzai coming into the attack. 2 wickets in the tournament, excellent economy rate. He's done well when given an opportunity. Bit of a highish full toss, but Safir Tariq, well, he needs some time in the middle. Didn't play a great knock earlier in the afternoon, struggled to find his touch. He would ideally just like to knock off these remaining 37 runs alongside Kamranatha and take his team to victory. Would be a good day for Emirates Blues. Played a very clinical match versus Fujairah. Excellent bowling performance, defended the score, and their bowling once again came to the fore. Contained Sharjah, picked up those early wickets, and they really just couldn't get back into the game. It's just a very manageable target of 73. It would be a major fumble if they don't get across the line here. Sliced away, but there is a deep point. That was hit firmly by Kamranatha. He's looking dangerous. Couple of sixes dealt already. On paper, 36 of 28 is a straightforward equation, but Shoaib Ahmed alongside me in the com box. Funnier things have happened in the D10 in the past.
Yes, not everything is over for Sharjah yet, but they are in a very sticky situation. 36 of 28 achievable for Blues, even if they have lost 3 wickets. They've got 2 experienced campaigners out there in the middle. Safir has been around for a long time. Kamran, we know, is a match winner in his own right. So, Emirates Blues still the favourites.
Almost certainly. Plenty of firepower in their batting as well. Sharjah just were not in the game right from ball 1. Sluggish start in the power play. Hamid Khan couldn't get going. As per usual, just made 15. Punchy drive through cover. The call is for 2. But a loud shout of no coming in from Kamranatha. And I think that was the right decision. Don't do anything silly to allow the opposition back into the game. You will get that odd boundary when you need. They have 2 men deep on the offside, a deep point and a sweeper cover. Square leg is in the circle. So trying to protect the straight field and the offside fence. Punched and straight to the fielder. A plan coming together for Sharjah. The danger man is out. Celebrations for Irfan Yusufzai.
Now this is something that is going to be very crucial for Sharjah. It's a game-changing moment because Kamranatha, he could have won this game for his side. Finds the fielder, and Yusufzai knows the importance of this breakthrough. There goes the flip and some acrobatics from Yusufzai. Mohammad Kamranatha out for 24. It's 38 for 4.
So incoming batter is Mohammad Asif, the bowling all-rounder. They do have a lot of all-rounders in the side with him, Shehbaz Ali, Shakib as well. So it's just becoming a bit tricky here. Hasn't spent a lot of time in the middle. Just 8 runs to his name in the D10. But they're certainly backing him to get the job done. 35 of 25. Sharjah have not given up the ghost just yet. Still pushing hard. Still striving for wickets. Irfan Yusufzai has bowled a very good over so far. Oh, flicked in the air. This could be another chance. Yes, it is. Another one bites the dust.
Another flip comes out. This is an excellent over from Irfan Yusufzai. He's brought Sharjah back in the game. This is not great batting from Emirates Blues. They've just lost the plot. Full toss, hit in the air, fielder waiting for it. Completes the catch, Hamid Khan. And what a moment this is. One-handed flip this time as Asif walks out for a golden duck. 6 overs, 38 for 5.
So the aforementioned Shakib Ahmed coming in at number 7. He can easily bat in any position from 3 to 8 really. And they'll need his calm head in this kind of situation because it's become a little bit tricky. Wasim Akram, another wicket taker coming in for Sharjah. So Khalid Shah has made all the right moves so far. A low scoring thriller. Our third game of the day, and we have yet more action coming up after this. Safir Tariq. Punched in the air, but past the mid-off. And that boundary will relieve some pressure.
Much needed. Safir Tariq will have to now. Much needed. Safir Tariq will have to now handle the situation. He's the senior batter in the middle. Plays it uppishly and beats the fielder at mid-off. Good shot from Safir Tariq.
Yeah, just that bottom hand, allowing it to elevate over the mid-off. So early boundary. Maybe Safir Tariq will just try to get a big over in. Well, he almost swung himself off his feet on that one. Excellent slower delivery from Wasim Akram. 31 needed of a 22. If this goes down to the final 6, anything is possible.
Half the team back in the dugout for Emirates Blues, chasing a modest total of 73 runs. And they've still got to score 31 out of those. Chipped in the air again by Safir. They will get 2 easily.
Yeah, I just feel they took it a bit too easy. Emirates Blues, they thought, yeah, somebody will score, somebody will get the runs. Well, somebody has to be you. You have to be the one to get them. And in the end, they put pressure on themselves. 29, pardon me, needed of 21. Plenty of open spaces on the onside towards that cow corner, square leg region. In fact, square leg is in the circle. So Wasim Akram cannot stray onto the pads at all. He will be hammered. And he will be hammered. Poor delivery. And in fact, it's a sixer.
Well, this is the moment for Safir Tariq to shine, and that is what he is doing for his side. Poor ball from Wasim Akram on the pads at a length, just had to flick it, and that's exactly what Safir has done, and it's gone the distance. So not great bowling, and Emirates Blues will now breathe a sigh of relief. They're back in the game in just a matter of few deliveries.
Just put too much pressure on their bowler with that square leg in. He had absolutely no cushion at all behind the square leg umpire. And Safir Tariq is a wily old fox. He knows how to play the angles. And now the pressure is lifted. They've picked up plenty in this over. It's runnable stuff now almost.
Yeah, every single is being cheered from the dugout, and why not? They were in a soup, and from there they've gotten into a gravy.
Looks like Shoaib Ahmed is feeling a bit munchy here. Maybe that's a signal to our director. Send something upstairs. Why are you laughing, Mr. Missile? 22 needed of 19. It is a long day, and sometimes you need a snack or two.
Of course, I wouldn't mind a tea.
Oh, there he is. Thank you very much, Mr. Missile. 22 needed of 19. Yeah, that's all you need to do. The call is for 2 once again. Soft hands. This could be close. This could be a run out. Khalid Shah is confident.
What are they doing here? I have absolutely no clue. Emirates Blues are just losing the plot here, and they're just surprising us with their antiques. It was never a 2. They didn't have to go for it. Khalid Shah does well to collect it, and this looks like it's going to be out. Just by a frame, but he's short, and I think the decision is going to be a red sign on the big board.
Well, this is right on the line, and the line belongs to the umpire. I think Shakib might be in a spot of bother here. Waiting for the final call. Yes! Finger is raised, and Sharjah is still alive. 6 wickets down. Shakib has run himself out. 52 for 6. Do not go anywhere. This one is going right down to the wire. Two very, very experienced players in the middle now. Mohammad Shahbaz Ali and Safir Tariq. I think between the two of them, Shoaib, they must have played at least 25,000 club games. Bare minimum. And that was just last week.
Yes, I think they'll be rated highly on one of the cricketing apps here that do the scoring and stuff, because they've played easily 1,000 games or more. And I'm not exaggerating.
So floating power play taken. Khuzaima bin Tanveer. Oh no, poor ball. Down leg. And will beat the square leg. He puts the dive in. It's going to be touch and go from Helan. And we'll certainly need a boundary check on that one. Once again, helter-skelter in the middle. But this could be close.
Yeah, you have to give credit to Halan, the way he's put in the dive and saved a couple of runs for his side. That was not easy. The ball was travelling at a decent click. And he gets down, gets low. And this will give us an idea of how cleanly he's stopped it. Yeah, it does seem like he's done exceptionally well. Releases the ball in time, pushes it in, and then crosses the ropes. So a clinical save from Halan.
Outstanding. That was superb technique. Oh, slow delivery gone wrong. Khuzaima bin Tanveer, of all people, getting it wrong under pressure. That is a rare sight.
Yeah, that's what the scoreboard pressure does on the batters and on the bowlers as well if you're in that position. Now Khuzaima knows that this over is very crucial, and so is the next. So they'll have to try and do something out of the box, and Khuzaima definitely looking to do that.
Pulled away again. Halan has to get there. He cannot. Another poor ball, deservedly punished.
Not learning from his mistakes, Khuzaima. Bowling on the pads, a short delivery. And we've seen Safir has played already a few shots in that area. This time too, he swivels and plays it towards the backward fine leg region. And Halan couldn't get there. So all that pressure relieved again. Just 14 needed of 16 now.
You would expect an ace bowler like him to get it right. But Safir Tariq, that's his strong area. Behind square on the leg. That's where he looks for boundaries. And he has found one. Oh, there was some late movement. Backed away late. And the extra cover was just moving around. I'm sure you can listen in on the stump mic. Sometimes, you know, young players, they're just still moving around, getting a bit overexcited. Thankfully, that ball was not aimed at Safir Tariq at 135, 140 clicks. 14 needed of 16. They should get across the line here, unless there's another twist in the tail, Shoaib.
And there very well could be a twist in the tail. 1 wicket here of Safir, and Sharjah will be right back in the game. Just the right field placement now for Safir. There's a deep mid-wicket that's gone on to the boundary ropes. He bowls that short, slower delivery. Played towards square leg. Singles should be okay for Safir and for Emirates Blues.
Yeah, the damage has been done. They've picked up 8 runs in 3 legal deliveries already. Shahbaz Ali, very capable with the bat, but he's not gotten a lot of time in the middle. So could be a bit out of sorts. Let's see. Same field for him. 2 men deep on the onside. Oh, gets a very friendly full toss. And then all he has to do is punch it out to Hamid Khan. So 12 of 14. I think it's difficult to defend that now.
Yeah, unless they get a wicket again, that will just put the pressure back on Emirates Blues. But otherwise, if Safir stays there till the end, they will get those 13 runs.
Slow delivery. They're taking a tight single, but the misfield from Ibrahim Masood. Oh, pressure can turn men into mice. And sometimes it goes against you. Khalid Shah knows that was a chance.
And that was a big opportunity. It was hit straight to Ibrahim, who normally is a good fielder, safe hands. But on that occasion, got his eyes off the ball. And when you do that, you can't collect the ball cleanly.
Yeah, keep your eye on the ball. That's the saying. It works in cricket. It works in life. So 10 of 13. 11 runs leaked by Khuzaima. Straight to the fielder. And they'll sneak in a single. Oh! You could have been run out there, Shahbaz Ali. We've seen that in the past. But the luck with the Blues. 9 needed of the final 2 overs. So it's going to be the ace leggy, Ibrahim Masood. He hasn't bowled all day, if you can believe, Shoaib. One of the most outstanding young bowlers in their side.
Well, and it's a bit surprising that they've not bowled Ibrahim. Goes aerial, goes high, and a catch has been taken. Lukman has taken one of the most important catches in his career. Safir Tariq is out of the equation.
Well, he flighted it. He threw up the bait and just couldn't clear long off. But fair play to Lukman Faisal. He ran at least 18 to 20 yards to take that one. That was heading into the fence and plucks it out of thin air. Beautiful running catch. And this game is alive once more because now were into the Emirates Blues tail. Safir Tariq, good hand, but they needed him to finish the game. 64 for 7. Well, Mr. Ajay Kumar, we know you're a superb bowler. What about your batting skills? Now you're in the middle.
We'll find that out now. Ajay with the bat. What can he do? Slip in place. Good captaincy from Khalid Shah. Brings out the sweep, Ajay, and it's a googly. They're appealing for it. It's the wrong one. And the umpire says, we don't need to go upstairs.
Yeah, immediately looking for the sweep. He's like, no worries, Shahbaz, I'm in my crease. But you can see some chatter and some smiles in the Sharjah dugout. They think they're well and truly in the game. Oh, it was in the air for a microsecond. Not anything more than that. So we will move on. 9 of 10. If it goes down to the final 6, anything can happen. I'm not sure Ajay is going to be able to read Ibrahim's variations. Oh, just about squeezed away. And he gets off the mark.
8 needed of 9. Ibrahim Masood got a wicket on the very first ball. What does Shahbaz do now? Does he look for a single or does he look to go big?
Why was the square leg not in the circle for him, Shoaib? That is my question to you. No way he's going to slog him. Beautifully bowled. Get the fielders in on the onside.
Yeah, the problem is that one miss hit and the game is over. So they're trying to take the game deep, as deep as possible.
But to be fair, the game was over when you only made 72 runs. The bowlers have made a game for you. Just bring them in, squeeze them. Struck on the back pad, but it's sliding down leg and they'll sneak a leg by. This is certainly going down to the final over. Oh my word, what a match. Emirates D10. It is non-stop entertainment. Sometimes you get 160, sometimes you get 60, but they're always close.
Yeah, they like to make things interesting for themselves and for all of us. That looked close. Was there a bat involved? Because otherwise it was a very close shout.
Final ball of the over. He's got a bottom edge. Very brave shot. But not enough of a connection to beat the short third. 6 needed of 6. Stay right here. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be fun. Six needed of 6. Ajay Kumar, you have a chance to be a hero. Irfan Yusufzai, so do you. Who will hold their nerves? Will it be the seasoned campaigners of Sharjah or will it be Emirates Blues? Field placement is crucial. A long on, mid-wicket, square leg. Deep point and a deep cover. Mid-off will be up. Short extra cover catching. Fine leg on the 30-yard ring at 45. First ball is key. Irfan Yusufzai to Ajay Kumar. Swing and a miss. 6 needed of 5.
Well. This is definitely high-octane entertainment. That's the wicket of Kamranatha. He's been bowling really well, got wickets and brought Sharjah back in the game. That one over was outstanding from Yusufzai.
His confidence is sky high at the moment. But one mistake could end it all. Just drop and run. Smartly done. I think Irfan Yusufzai was in fact on a hat-trick. Maybe he didn't realize either. 5 needed of 4. Shehbaz Ali, you need to hold your nerve.
Well, do we have a super over in this?
I think in the group stages we don't. But in
So-
the knockouts we do.
So it's just 1 point each. Thankfully, we don't have to go through that. My heart is not all that strong.
Well, we do have a physio downstairs.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
might
sure.
need him.
5 of 4. Same field for Shehbaz Ali. Deep point, deep cover, and the 3 men on the onside. Mid off, Khuzaima bin Tanveer is in the circle. And extra cover a few yards in off the 30-yard ring. This is an important delivery. Oh, brilliant from Shehbaz Ali. Absolutely brilliant. To have the guts and game awareness to play that shot.
Well, too much at risk with that shot, but he's managed to execute it well. He was on the stumps. Irfan, it was on the stumps. He directed that ball pretty well. But Shehbaz manages to get enough bat and pushes it, just scoops it towards fine leg, and the scores are tied, just like that.
And look at that big smile. All 32 teeth are out now. He's ramped them or taken the stairway to heaven. 1 needed of 3. And look at the mood in the dugout now. The biggest smile is with the skipper, Nasir Faraz.
Yeah, this is the most I've seen Shehbaz smiling. He's a very serious character, but I'm sure that smile tells you that it means a lot, not only for Shehbaz but for Emirates Blues as well. And for him to be able to do that for his side, I think this is one of his sweetest memories that he'll take with him and will cherish it for a long time. Still 1 run needed. They've got 3 balls to get that.
Drop and run, and there it is. A famous victory for Emirates Blues. They get the job done. They made a meal of it, but in the end, they cross the line, they get the W, and they get the 2 points.
A lot of twists and turns in this tale, but in the end, it was Emirates Blues who managed to hold on to their nerves and got to that target with 3 wickets in hand. It was not a big target, but they made it look so big. And in the end, it was the men in blue who will walk off the field as the happier side of the two.
Sharjah's winning streak has been snapped, and Emirates Blues have shot up the table. 2 victories today. It's been a wonderful day for them at the D10. Yeah, they toiled. They made a meal of this score, like you mentioned, but they got across the line with 2 balls to spare.
And Sharjah losing their first game of the tournament. So that too is a big, big moment in this 7 districts. Emirates D10 powered by Fancode. Let's look at the batting card then for Emirates Blues. The top order couldn't fire today. Ahmed Tariq out for 7. Fahad out for a golden duck. Kamran scoring 24 of 19. And with him Safir scoring important 28 runs of 17 deliveries. With Shehbaz getting that all-important boundary and taking Emirates Blues home.
Yeah, they really had to scratch and claw for this victory, but that is exactly what they did. In terms of the bowling, Irfan Yusufzai was superb, 2 for 9. Danial Liaquat was pretty good as well. 1 for Wasim Akram and 1 for the leggy Ibrahim Masood as well. They didn't utilize him earlier in the game, and maybe that was the difference between the 2 teams. Plenty of highlights in this run chase. It started off in a very bad fashion. Inside edge gone. First ball was Fahad Nawaz. Ahmed Tariq could not quite get going either. Just trying to be aggressive against Danial Liaquat, and a good catch taken at long off. But then it was Kamran Atta. Well, this was disastrous. Poor communication. But he made up for it with some big shots. Got some friendly full tosses to put away. But then he got caught at deep cover. And Irfan Yusufzai made it 2 in 2. That was when you felt that they were getting wobbly legs there, Emirates Blues, but Safir Tariq got those key boundaries against Wasim and against Khuzaima bin Tanveer. Shakib unfortunately ran himself out. Excellent pick up and throw from the deep. But this was that crucial over, the floating power play, when they picked up those boundaries. Ibrahim Masood made the game interesting with a wicket, but Shehbaz Ali, brilliant tramp to settle the scores and settle the contest. So match number 11 of the 7 Districts presents Emirates D10 was a humdinger. Sharjah batting first could only manage 72 runs, a no-show from their batting, with Khuzaima being the highest scorer, 19 of 10. Superb bowling from Shehbaz Ali, 2 wickets for 9. Mohsin picked up 2 as well, and Ajay Kumar continued to show excellence and consistency. And in the end, Emirates Blues chased it down with 2 balls to spare, thanks to Safir Tariq getting 28 of 17, Kamran Atta getting 24 of 19. Irfan Yusufzai bowled really well, 2 for 9 in his 2 overs. Ibrahim Masood only bowled 1 over, but brought his team back into the game, and Danial Liaquat did well as well. In the end, Emirates Blues took the points by just 3 wickets. Right then, let's head downstairs for the post-match with Mudassar Ali.
The unbeaten run of Sharjah come to an end. A complete team performance by Emirates Blues. They have executed their plans brilliantly to register the second win in this ongoing tournament. And just the right time to introduce our guest who will be giving a Player of the Match award, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee. And the Player of the Match from this game goes to the talented all-round player, Shehbaz Ali, who got 2 wickets to his name and also scored that crucial boundary to win the game for Emirates Blues. थैंक यू सर। शहबाज, काफ़ी मज़ेदार दिन चल रहा है, 2 बैक-टू-बैक विन्स, कैसा फील कर रहे हैं?
अच्छा फील कर रहे हैं। एक तो जो डग आउट का माहौल है वो काफ़ी बेहतर हो रहा है। जब आप जीतते हैं तो चीज़ें पॉजिटिव होना शुरू हो जाती हैं।
क्या प्लान था, क्योंकि शारजा काफ़ी अच्छे तरीके से चल रही, 3 मैचेस 3 विन, तो क्या मैसेज था यंग कैप्टन है नासिर फराज?
जैसे जैसे मैचेस वो खेलेगा आगे उसका एक्सपीरियंस और बढ़ता जाएगा, तो मैसेज वो कप्तान का यही था कि जितना कम पे उनको रोकेंगे तो चेज़ में आसानी होगी, क्योंकि उनकी बॉलिंग जो है स्ट्रेंथ वो अच्छी है।
काफ़ी दिन बाद मुझे देखने को मिला, आपको प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच मिला, तो किसे आप डेडिकेट करना चाहेंगे?
ये फिर आपको ही करूँगा, बहुत दिनों बाद आप ही मिले हैं।
वेल सेड एंड ऑल द बेस्ट आपके अपकमिंग गेम्स के लिए। थैंक यू शहबाज। So with that we end the proceedings of this post-match presentation, but there's one more game lineup, so stay tuned.